Hey guys, quick video here. Checking in, weekly check-in. The hits just keep on fucking coming. Starting to feel like Trucker Brown up in this motherfucker. Um, my whole issue with fourth and ninth gear, apparently was the synchro gear going out. I guess every hole has like its own synchro gear or some shit. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know how that shit works 100%. Um, Called a bunch of places, a bunch of mechanics in the area. Everybody said, "Oh, you need a new transmission." And Swift was so fucking awesome that they put an FAOM transmission in. It's a manual transmission, but for those who know or don't know, the FAOM I guess housing or that transmission format, platform, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is for an automatic transmission. So if you have that transmission, when you order it or whatever, you can go with manual or automatic. And apparently Swift, because they were the ones that owned the truck before me, decided to go with manual, which is fine. That's why I bought the truck, because it was a fucking manual. Um, but unfortunately, God only knows how many drivers went through that truck. You know, they weren't able to reach far enough to get the shifter all the way in the hole for fourth and ninth gear. So it ended up, rounding out the teeth, basically like stripping that gear out. And it was just a matter of time, before it went to shit. So Tuesday, I ended up, you know, not having a fourth or ninth gear. So got my shit situated, parked the truck, took a couple days of the calling around. Of course, because that's the way fucking life works. We also got a shit ton of snow. Not really a shit ton, but we got bad weather up here in northern Illinois. So, you know, every time calling around trying to get quotes and shit, oh, the guy's out on a service call, guy's out on the side of 90 right now, call you when he gets back, that kind of shit. Um, so that's what took so long. And everybody, that was their first go to. So this is kind of a learning lesson for those playing along at home. Everybody's go to was, got to put a new one in. Now, if it was an FRO or anything like that, it would have been like 3,200 for a rebuilt trans, plus $1,000 to $1,500 worth of labor, depending on who I had do it, what shop. Because it's the FAOM, it's like 7,500 for a reman trans, plus the 1,000 to 1,500. So I was looking in the 8,500 to $9,000 range, depending on who I called. Finally, thank God, timing is everything. Talked to a buddy of mine. Him and his dad used to own an excavating company, so they ran their own trucks. He had the same thing happen to two of his trucks. Took him to another shop that I had never even heard of out here in Rockford, and they just sent it to a local transmission shop and put a new synchro gear in it. $1,600 out the door, all in. That's the 10 to 12 hours labor plus the synchro gear, all of that. So I dropped the truck off today, this morning, because I want it at their shop so that They get to it. They get the urgency. Um, they're gonna drop the trans on Monday. Send it to, that's a half a day job, I guess. They're gonna send it to the transmission shop. I guess depending on the trans shop, it could take them 1 day or 2 days at the worst kind of thing. And then we're looking at a day for them to get it back in. So I might get it back on, you know, Wednesday night. Might be able to pick it up, or Thursday night pick it up. Then I'm basically just running my ass off until the bad weather hits, which for us is probably around Christmas. I might be able to run really good into like mid-January, but that's the plan. Just live, uh, keep my ass in the truck, keep the wheels turning, and make as much money as I possibly can before the weather up here really turns bad in that mid January through February. Um, you know, so that I can weather the storm, and then when we come out of that, I'm just gonna be busting ass, trying to put as many pennies in the bank account as I can, so that and hope that the damn truck doesn't break again. Fuckers, they replaced that damn AC line again. This was on like Monday. They replaced that AC line. They ran nitrogen through the system to clean the system out. And Tuesday, the fucking same line grenaded again. So it's like, fuck, dude, I've been 4 or 5 months now trying to fix the air conditioning system in it. And I think it worked for all of like a day and a half the entire fucking summer. So I'm still trying to figure out what to do with that. The guy's doing the work on it for free now because I still owe him like $900. Told him, why the fuck am I going to pay for air conditioning system that obviously isn't fixed? I mean, I paid you to fix the problem and you haven't fixed the problem. But that's the life of being an owner operator. I just had a shitstorm of one thing after a fucking another going wrong with this truck. Uh, the pumpkin was leaking on the top, which, is kind of common. But I don't know how, but the power divider was also leaking. One of the bolts on it towards the bottom somehow got stripped out, and it started leaking the diff fluid out the bolt hole. So that's why I was at the shop on Monday for them to redo the AC system that still doesn't fucking work, and to reseal the pumpkin, which they actually fixed that. They put the same sealant in the bolt hole and ran the bolt back in and snugged it, and that was supposed to fix the problem, but it didn't. So I'm gonna have to figure something out there, because bank account's not looking too good right now, especially with having to do this work to the transmission. So that's why when we get it back, we're just going to keep an eye on it, and we're going to run the shit out of it and try to put up as much money as we can. And hopefully next year we are going to get a different truck. I guess the moral of the story is, don't buy an old Swift truck. So I don't fucking know. It was doing good. It was doing really good, and Then all of a sudden it decided to take a shit. So if you decide to become an owner operator, or you already are, I guess the best advice I can give you is no matter how much money you have sitting in your bank account, you need more. You're gonna need more. So, is what it is. Anyway, that's my update. I'll be back trucking end of next week. So, kind of on a forced vacation. Get some shit done around the house. Luckily, I'm local, so I don't have to stay in a hotel for fucking week and a half, week, whatever. So, guess I got that going for me. All right, that's the update. You guys have fun. If you own your truck, good luck. Uh, It'll be better. It'll get better. Luckily, I have I have a direct customer, so it'll be really easy for me to recoup the money. I just need to keep the truck on the road fucking long enough to do that. All right, you guys have a good one. Bye.